So let's start on the issue of North Korea, because I understand, looking through your risks here, when you talk about the likelihood of a major confrontation on the Korean Peninsula, is it correct you see it's a low probability, but obviously a very high impact? Tell us more.
That's right. I mean, North Korea on the EIU's list of risks for next year is about number 8. So it's fairly low down. And mostly that's because if it happened, it would be catastrophic. The thing that's changed in Korea is not actually North Korea. The thing that's changed is the US approach. That has been what's raising the risk of a conflict in North Korea, which has not been on our top risk watch list for the last couple of years. I mean, Donald Trump has changed the US from a strategy of containment into one of more confrontation, and that's where there's a risk of miscalculation.
And perhaps what's changed too is the dynamics playing out over Korea. As Sherry was just talking about, there is a report we haven't been able to verify ourselves, but about Russian oil imports. Now, it's not the first time we've heard suggestions that Russia is in fact could be helping North Korea. What do you see in terms of your forecast for the Russia-US relationship next year?
I think Russia is going to be central to US politics next year. Now, mostly that's going to be about the inquiry into Trump and his election campaign and what the relationships were. So that's happening against a backdrop of Russia, like China and others, really seeking to exploit the gaps that the US is leaving in international geopolitics as the US withdraws from pushing the agenda of multilateralism, human rights and democracy that it had been pursuing under Obama and certainly all the previous administrations as well.
There are signs that China is keen to fill that gap, as you point out. Do you think they have succeeded there?
We can expect to see a big change in 2018, I think, in what China does. At the Communist Party Congress last month, Xi Jinping spoke very clearly about a new era in China's relations on the international stage. China's going to be more aggressive. It's going to be more forthright about pushing its views around. And I think especially from here in Singapore, we're going to have to watch the South China Sea, which is a high likelihood of some conflict for next year and beyond.